Yo, what is up everybody? We're about to break down everything. And I mean everything. You need to know before you even think about buying that one-way ticket to Berlin. Berlin is booming right now. It's a creative hub, it's got this raw energy, and it's way more affordable than a lot of other European capitals. So, consider this your ultimate guide, your crash course, your cheat sheet to conquering Berlin. By the end of this video, you're gonna be ready to pack your bags and jump on that plane. Alright, first things first. You're gonna need some euros in your pocket. Finding a part-time gig in Berlin isn't that hard, especially if you're resourceful. Websites like Indeed, Stepstone, and even LinkedIn are your best friends here. Filter by part-time, brush up that resume, and start applying. Having a part-time job lined up can make a world of difference, not just for your bank account, but for meeting people and getting into the swing of things. Another pro tip: network, network, network. Talk to people, join Facebook groups for expats in Berlin, hit up some local cafes, and just chat with people. You'd be surprised how many opportunities pop up just from word of mouth. And hey, if you're fluent in English, teaching English as a foreign language is always in demand. Okay, let's talk numbers. Berlin is known for being relatively affordable, especially compared to cities like London or Paris. Rent's your biggest expense, obviously. Expect to pay anywhere from 600 to 1,200 euros a month for a decent one-bedroom apartment depending on the location. Food is pretty reasonable. You can get by on about 30 euros a day if you're eating out occasionally. Transportation's a steal. A monthly pass for all public transport is only around 80 euros. Then, there are the fun things, right? Going out, hitting up museums, exploring everything Berlin has to offer. Set a budget for yourself, track your spending, and don't be afraid to indulge every now and then. The key takeaway here is Berlin is affordable, but it's not free. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. Here's a sample monthly budget for you, just to give you a rough idea. Rent, let's say 800 euros for a decent place. Food, we'll allocate 900 euros for groceries and eating out a few times a week. Transportation, 80 euros for that magical public transport pass. Utilities, figure another 150 euros for electricity, heating, and internet. That brings our grand total to 1,930 euros. Cook at home more often, take advantage of free activities, and you'll have more euros to spend on the things you love. And one last thing, always, always have an emergency fund. Listen, I get it. You're moving to a new city, you want to experience it all, but you also want to be smart with your money. First off, embrace the spatty culture. These late-night kiosks are everywhere, and they're a lifesaver for cheap drinks and snacks. Second, cook at home as much as possible. Berlin's got amazing farmers markets where you can find fresh, local produce for a fraction of the cost of supermarkets. Third, take advantage of free activities. Berlin is bursting with free museums, parks, and events. And here's my personal favorite. Get yourself a bicycle. Okay, let's talk about finding a place to live in Berlin. It's a jungle out there, but don't worry, I'm here to be your guide. First things first, you gotta decide what kind of housing situation you're looking for. WGs or Wohngemeinschaften are shared apartments and super common in Berlin, especially for young people and expats. It's a great way to save money, meet new people, and get a feel for the city. If you're after a bit more privacy, you can look for a One-Zimmer-Wohnung, which is a studio apartment, or a Two-Zimmer-Wohnung, which is a one-bedroom. Websites like ImmoScout24, WG Gesucht, and Craigslist are your go-to resources. All right, let's talk about getting around this amazing city. Berlin's public transportation system is top-notch, efficient, affordable, and easy to use. We've got the U-Bahn, the S-Bahn, trams, buses, you name it. The U-Bahn is your underground subway system, perfect for getting around quickly, especially during rush hour. The S-Bahn is the overground train system, connecting you to the outskirts of the city and beyond. Trams are great for shorter distances and offer a more scenic route. And then there are the buses, covering every nook and cranny of Berlin. Pro tip, download the BVG app on your phone. And speaking of tickets, get yourself a monthly pass. Chapter 7. Culture Shock Survival Guide. Do's and don'ts in Berlin. Berlin, my friends, is a melting pot of cultures. It's a city that thrives on diversity, but that also means there are certain customs and social norms that might be different from what you're used to. First off, be punctual. Germans value punctuality, so showing up on time is crucial, whether it's for a meeting, a date, or even just meeting a friend. Second, always carry cash. While most places accept cards, some smaller shops and cafes might only take cash, so it's always good to have some on hand. Third, learn some basic German. And finally, be open-minded. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the German language. Now, I'm not gonna lie, German can be a bit of a mouthful. It's got those long words, those guttural sounds, and don't even get me started on the grammar. But here's the thing, you don't need to be fluent to survive in Berlin. Most people, especially in the service industry and younger generations, speak English. You'll be able to get by with basic English, no problem. But learning even a little bit of German goes a long way. There are tons of resources available to help you learn German, from language schools to online courses to tandem partners. The most important thing is to communicate, even if it's just with hand gestures and a smile. Okay, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic. Healthcare. The good news is that Germany has a universal healthcare system, which means everyone has access to affordable, high-quality healthcare. Now, if you're planning on staying in Germany for an extended period, you'll need to get health insurance. It's mandatory, but trust me, it's worth it. There are two main types of health insurance in Germany, public and private. Public insurance is based on your income, and it covers most medical expenses. Private insurance is more expensive, but it offers more comprehensive coverage and shorter waiting times. The German healthcare system is here to support you. All right, let's talk about the fun stuff. Making friends and building a social life in Berlin. Listen, I know it can be daunting moving to a new city, especially when you don't know anyone. But trust me, Berlin is a city that welcomes newcomers with open arms. First off, embrace the expat community. There are tons of Facebook groups, meetups, and events specifically for expats in Berlin. It's a great way to meet people from all over the world who are in the same boat as you. Second, get involved in activities you love. Berlin has something for everyone, so get out there and explore. And finally, be patient. So there you have it, guys. Your crash course on surviving and thriving in Berlin. We've covered everything from finding a job and an apartment to navigating public transport and embracing the local culture. If you found this video helpful, do me a solid and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more Berlin adventures, and drop a comment below with any questions you have or any tips you want to share. See you in the next video. Peace.